Alright, so I don't know what to say from the last little bit, but it's the end of bike week. It's the end of the week. We went to bike week in the beginning of the week. You'll see that. You saw that. We decided to go to Mid-Ohio to watch Saturday of the IMSA race. I got Sunday on the TV in the new shop. We're hanging out in here. We're gonna finish up this oil change on the CF motor that we meant to start at the beginning of the week. Gert's still in his pajamas. We're gonna put a gasket on the clutch cover for that guy. We did an oil change on that dude. We got a bunch more room in here. I think we're gonna start getting customer stuff rolling around here a little more often since we got room to work. And try to do the best to stay out of the way of Garrett's beautiful switchback. So that's the end of this video. That's Henthorn's Performance. Like, comment, subscribe, come hang out with us. There'll be more to grow, especially over here in this side of the shop. Where we're gonna build chops and stuff. So I think today we're gonna go get a couple more bikes to bring over here and work on. That'll be the start of this next video. Absolutely. Catch you later. Welcome back to Henthorn's Performance. You're here with your favorite vlogger and automotive repair guy. We're in the Bronco today. We're gonna go grab a trailer because today we're moving to a bigger shop. We're gonna get everything cleaned out of our little tiny garage and move to a slightly bigger small garage. I'll show it to y'all when we get there. And we're gonna pick up our favorite co-star, Gurt. Ah! We got our first load, or bikes back there, on the trailer. One's our bobber project, another one's a customer's bike. Moving it to the new shop. It's hard for me to watch stuff out of the back of the Bronco due to the sound bar that y'all can see right there. So we're gonna take it nice and easy across town here. All right, so we moved everything. Not everything, but we got some little stuff to tidy up. But Bronco towed that pretty well. This is Gert's new house. He's in there messing with shit. But this is gonna be a new shop. Road King's here, lifts here. That's Gert's toolbox. We're gonna put together Blackstone, dyno, soft tail. And then I'm gonna come over here to where the custom shop will be. We have a bobber and a Gurt. And then my boxes. We'll fix it. It's okay. But this is our progress so far. The next thing y'all will see will be lights and stuff. All right, so my goal was to record all the moving and everything like that, and I got really sleepy and tired of working because we moved Gurt into his house the day before, and we started moving stuff over here. So I'm gonna show you the center of the shop where chops and bobbers and stuff will be able to fit through that man door. This is it. We gotta do something with this bench. We got an old Harley flag that we're gonna hang up. We got Advanced and highest flags. Toolbox setups over here. Speakers. The bobber is in. Tell me that right there, 95 Virago. That's gonna be tits, man. I gotta start getting some pipes for this thing. Drift Games Clubhouse sign is up. Got another sign to hang up. This side, the lights are okay. The bulbs over there seem unhappy. They work sometimes. I might have to put a ballast or something in it. Then we got the main shop. The wife and the baby are over here playing with Pops from Memorial Day. Soft tail, dyno. Road King already started getting worked on in here. Lift, Blackstone from Memorial Day. Snap-on box. This is Gurt setup. So yeah, we got some lights hung up so y'all be able to see when we're in here working at night. And I think I'm gonna do a few more things in here before ending the video out. I got another light to hang up, and we got a bunch more bikes coming to get loaded over in here. Some shelving, we're gonna organize some stuffs down here on the end probably. So that's what y'all will see next. Tonight I am taking the tires off that Road King because they're all dry rot. I probably won't end up putting that into a video. It was just, it decided it was gonna quit running. Tuner wiped itself out. So check in with y'all when finale of all this happens. And we're gonna try to get a bunch of bikes over here and do like an open house type thing. Happy Monday, it's bike week. Welcome to Henthorn Performance. It's gonna be the start of our bike week episode 2025. We'll be driving on a Monday like always, hence the happy Monday. But today is Friday, the first day of bike week. Your boy took the day off work, gonna get some moto vlogging in. We're gonna run over to the new shop, pick up Gurt, I do believe, and then we're gonna head north. Next thing you see will be me riding over to that new shop, talking about why I am so addicted to bike week. So we're still having audio problems. So right here, we're pulling into Sandusky Bike Week. Gonna see how busy it is on opening morning. I managed to get there about 15 minutes after it opened. Obviously, recording this after that. So we pulled in. It was not busy at all. This was the first day I went up out of 3 days. The second day I went with Gurt, the wife, my mom, and my dad. Didn't do any recording those days because I'm not a great influencer, as some would say. Rode the Suzuki up the first day, and then rode the Ultra up on Sunday and then Monday. Like I said, we're going to pull into Mad River here in a minute and see what things were like. Look, bikes. Come to find out, they made a wrong turn. They pulled in to Mad River about 10 minutes after I did, while I was getting my bag and everything ready. About here is where the line started on Saturday, where we hit gridlock traffic. That was a great time. Just sitting there with a 90,000 mile 1999 Ultra, just toasting my nuts beautifully in traffic here. It was great. You know, all the times that I've gone to Sandusky, I've still never ate at that Sonic. I've never eaten at any Sonic. I pass it every time and I go, you know, I've never eaten at Sonic before. Like, we went to that car show in Jacksonville. Still didn't eat at that Sonic either. There's beautiful Mad River. Having all the bikes out front, getting ready for bike week. We're going to pull down here into the gates. They got all their discounted pricing for a $500 1,000-mile service and stuff like that. Sign sitting on the side of the road. This last truck does dyno poles. That's always cool to watch. I should have recorded one for you guys. Thank you to all the workers at Bike Week that sit here in their bright yellow t-shirts and tell motorcyclists and stuff what to do all day. But yep, that was the very little traffic they had about 15 minutes after Bike Week started on Friday. Bikes are looking pretty hot out here already. I like this little 48. So I was walking around and I saw something. It's a pan with a kicker. That's super hot, in my opinion. It's very, very hot. As always, you got all your vendors and everything hanging out. Sporties. Okay, so as I said before, we had some minor technical difficulties with that object right there. I don't know if it's the mic or a connection or that thing's just not going to work for what I need it to work for, but beautiful gloves, you know, throttle addicts. Go do the stuffs. That's cool. We're going to ride the Suzuki today. We're heading from my house to Gert's. He was supposed to tag along to bike week, ended up getting really busy and unable to tag along, so I ended up riding up by myself, but we stopped in to check with him, see how he was doing on the way up. Get a tank bag if you're riding a naked bike. They are very useful and a good time. Get in your way if you're trying to like tuck or, you know, lay down to save your back or your wrist or anything like that because you're fat and out of shape, but it's a good idea to have a tank bag anyways. The Suzuki sounds really good, but you're not going to be able to hear it because, well, mic issues. So we're going to take off here and talk about why I get so excited about Bike Week. Mainly that is due to the fact that I live in Ohio and it is miserable and cold for 5 months out of the year. Wife says 7. There's a good chance of that too. Usually I can ride through the winter and, you know, just not when it's like actively frozen. But this year was horribly wet. It's still wet. It didn't stop. It's terrible. So I wasn't able to actually get any miles put on this winter, which means jumping back into this season. Around Bike Week time is when the rain usually starts to slow down and we start heading into the wonderful Ohio drought. Didn't take a left there due to construction. That was great. Barrel season also comes with the wonderful signs of Bike Week. One of the many things you have to look forward to. So, yeah, with the large amount of time that I end up taking off from doing the things that I like going to car shows or seeing cool cars around, riding bikes, and all that stuff, the signs of Bike Week being here is also the signs of us being able to go around and have good times again. Also, I live about an hour and 15 minutes from Sandusky, where Bike Week's at, so it's a good excuse to do about 3 hours of riding every day that Bike Week's going on. It's a good time. Usually I go up 4 to 5 times a week during Bike Week. This year I only made it up there about 3. I did a horrible job taking footage of that, but we're just going to roll on the Suzuki. Over the winter, we did bark busters and a little fairing. It's got a real good cafe racer look to her now. I want to get those painted, though, because there's too many different blacks on the front of the bike. Rolling through downtown Mansfield. Now I'm trying to remember what I was talking about here, because I just saw my hand move around, like pointing at things, which means I was for sure running my mouth about something. Yeah, it's usually people's driving, especially when moto vlogging. But yeah, Bike Week's great. As you will see in this video, we were going to go to Faro for Faro Fest, and instead we went over to Mid-Ohio to watch the track races that were going on over there. We watched the Miata Cup, the USF Juniors, and some GT cars that ended up doing a 4-hour race on Sunday. Ended up not going to the race on Sunday because I wanted to get some stuff done, getting the new shop set up, bringing some customer bikes in. We watched the Miata race and stuff though on Saturday.
No, the baby would have killed us 2 days in a row. They were not having a good time, especially with all the rain this morning. The kids would have been very upset. Yeah. Watching the race on YouTube this afternoon was awesome. They did a lot of crashing, which isn't great for the cars, the teams, and the sponsors, but it's wonderful to watch. You guys know that. I mean, it's just a good old time. So, watched a little bit of the race on YouTube. I didn't get to finish it because I was doing some stuff. We went and picked up 3 bikes today to bring into the shop. That'll be in our next video. But yeah, so this week, throughout this video, you'll see us moving into the new shop at Gurt's new place, going to Bike Week. I showed some bikes at Bike Week. Didn't get a lot of footage. I'm still not doing great at this. Remember to videotape everything. I'm also the kind of guy that doesn't even take pictures of anything that I'm doing, so I'm trying to get better. Very in the moment and enjoying. That's why I'm going to try to get people to start following me around with cameras that care about stuffs, and so they'll just record me having a blast, and then y'all get to see it and my wonderful witty comments involved in the moment. Ooh, Bronco Sport 1.5 motor. Those things have water pump problems. ADHD much. I wonder if I've done that one already. Look, barrels. Good old barrel season. They had this whole right lane here shut down for like 3 weeks. It's open now, though, which is great. Oh, look, me going fast. Do I need to blur that? Nah, we're in a respectable amount. Not the amount where somebody's going to try to come find us. Yeah, that was a lowered Crown Vic with like $5 fender flares on it. I want to get a Crown Vic and lower it on like really nice QA1 suspension to go mess around with on like maybe some track days and stuff like that. But that one that rolls around town definitely looks like it's the kind of stuff that's on like cut springs or washers or something like that. It's just black. It's got white wheels. Yeah. It looks like it's like $5 done. Still looks hot though. Big Crown Vic fan. Panthers chassis are good. They're getting all ruined by Cletus. Wish he'd send me a couple. Well, yeah, so we're getting ready for bike. We were in the process of this. We're getting ready going to Bike Week. Went up on Friday, hung out all day. Ended up getting a new vest because I had to get rid of my old one because I had some junk on it. And then we all went up on Saturday with the family. There was the 99 Ultra, an 89 Softail. It lost a tail light, like a turn signal. 98 Road King, and then I want to say like a 2020 Vulcan 650S, the one that I did the service on not too long ago. We also picked up a group of newer Street Glide guys that rode up with us. They followed me on my back way up there, which, I don't know, I didn't ask, but they asked if they could follow us, so hopefully they enjoyed themselves. Passed a lot of Amish on Sunday. That was bad. I didn't think about going up there around the time where, like, I think Amish people were leaving church. It was very, very unfortunate. So, yeah, we went up Sunday. Picked up a beautiful new knife. 2 of them. 6-inch knife and then a boot knife. And then me and my oldest daughter, she wanted to go up and couldn't go on Sunday, so we rode up on Monday, had a blast, ate some fair food. And she got a vest because she rides now all of a sudden. That's a wonderful thing. Let's see. And that was it for Bike Week. And then went to work for the rest of the week. Woke up Saturday morning, went over to Mid-Ohio. Sat at turn 4. at China Beach. Watched a decent amount of crashes. It's a lot of spirited racing. It was very good. Them kids in those like Indy type cars in the USF class is wild to watch. Just think about 14-year-olds ripping around the track at that level of racing is really good. Yeah, they ran through race 1 without any yellow flags or anything. There was a couple spin outs, but they all went clear. It was very nice. Now we're going to roll up to the new shop. It's got a nice garage on it. It's about a 2.5 car in the front with what would be equal to like a 1-car garage up next. And then a little like compressor room type thing in the back. What?
The space is a 2-car garage?
Yeah, it's about like it's a 2-ish car.
You just gotta like go inside with
Yeah,
one door.
yeah. Like I said, it's like a 2.5, 2-ish thing. If you counted like the shelving on the side and stuff, it'd be like a 2.5 car. Which we're gonna do stuff with and figure out in the future. But yeah, so that is my moto vlog voiceover part. Remember to always wear your gear and ride safely. Checking out some Miata Cup qualifying. They should be coming soon for a green flag start. They just did the warm-up lap. I think we're going to get after it here soon. This is turn 4 at Mid-Ohio going into China Beach for the start of the Miata Cup, which has me really excited for race 1 Miata Cup. Hopefully they are coming through here, getting after it here in a second. Looks like safety car's off, so they're gonna take off any second now. Come down this straight into this beautiful crash of a corner.
Yeah, one of 2 tracks that Interculture that has a different finish line to a start line. We were at the last one last week with Detroit on the streets downtown.
Here they come. I love Miata racing. It sounds wonderful. Bunch of angry, pissed off bees coming through.